All right, what's up, people? Welcome back to the Facts
And feelings.
Happy Hour. I am Fiya Angelou. Who I got with me?
Big Meech, if you remember me, if you know me, I'm here. Just
You
here
gonna do
for
this?
support.
How you
Okay,
do?
okay, okay. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So happy to be here. It's been a journey. Okay, some things have happened in life. Things are changing. Uh, Life is going. You know what I mean? How you been? Let's start off with you. How you
Look,
been? What's
hey,
what's new in your life?
I'm doing things. I'm good. Um, what do I have new going on? Nothing much new. I'll be traveling a bit. Couple of new shows coming up in the surrounding area though. Raleigh area, Durham. Yeah, Raleigh, Durham area.
Uh huh.
Um, and I
What are
think
you gonna be doing in
Charleston.
these shows? You doing stand up or you hosting? What you doing? You're so talented.
Yeah, it's regular stand-up sets. We'll see. They, how folks book you, but they ain't paid their deposit, so we shall see.
Okay, okay. That's listen. They gotta run the check.
They got
They
to run
gotta
it.
run the check.
I hate to be that way, but
No, no, no. Let me tell you something.
I don't hate to be that way.
Fuck
It was
that
just, it
shit.
was just a courtesy of me
It
saying
just sound
stuff.
good.
It sounded
Just
good.
say fuck that shit.
I got to be that way,
Um.
actually.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Of course you can.
When you are thinking of ways to be funny on stage, do you how you go about doing that? You think of funny stuff and then you like write it down, or is telling me how this process works like asking a magician for their tricks, how they do their tricks.
Both, but
Okay.
but it's not necessarily how it works. Like stuff happens. Most of my stuff is like life stuff, so there's not really I'm not like curating things. Like it's real life stuff that has happened. I'm more of a storyteller type
Mhm,
comedian
mhm.
than I am a knock knock. Who's there?
Uh-huh.
you
who
know,
who does that? Who?
you know,
That'd be crazy. I don't
yeah,
know anyone to get up there. But okay, so like funny things happen in your life, and then you be like, I'm gonna put that in my memory bank.
yep. Put that in my
Aha.
memory bank. I'm gonna use that, or I see something or something funny or something that
Yeah.
I've said that resonates with everybody, and I'm just like, oh, that's a black experience. I'm write that down like
Uh
that.
huh. Are you right? Okay, you do write it down.
Oh, I have to. I won't remember it weeks later.
Okay, okay. Because the only people that get up on stage and just talk in the moment, but the only people that do the impromptu are the riffers. Like and we talked about them. They not in the comedian world. They might be funny to us in a clip, but they not real comedians
Yeah.
because they
Oh,
not
yeah.
building the full story. They just like, hey, look at you with that red shirt on. You look like Kool-Aid.
Yeah, so that's crowd work, and you got to have that too. But
Yeah.
when you're just that, sometimes, and it can go left or right. Sometimes that can make a whole show if you do it,
Mm.
good enough and long enough.
That's what Desi does.
Oh, is he?
Well, the
I haven't
what
seen
I
him yet.
see,
Yet.
I haven't seen them in person, but when I be watching like longer clips, not just like 30 seconds or whatever, because I could see that could just be a crowd work. But if I watch like a longer clip on YouTube,
Hmm.
it's like a lot of crowd work. Or maybe they just recording the end of his shows. I don't know.
Right.
Okay. Well, anyway, I was just curious. So you got some shows coming up. Are you gonna tell us when they are so that we
I
can
will
promote
when they
them?
come. Yep, they're
All
not. They're
right.
not.
All right.
We're not in promo season just yet.
Okay, okay. I was traveling last week, so just you what's been going on with you? I know you got the shows coming up in the future. But how was your week prior?
Yeah, it was fine. That's pretty much what was going. Those shows coming up in the future, but they happened. The bookings and the inquiries
Aha.
happened last week. But essentially, other than that, I've been chilling. Yeah, I've been cooling. I've been doing a lot of like taking self care time. Like I've been being so
What
intentional
does
about that.
self-care look like for you?
It could look like anything. It doesn't always. I feel like people always be like, it looks like spa or it looks like vacation. Sometimes it just looks like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes of like breath work or going outside to
Mhm.
get sun when it's available. So
That's
just
what you've been
being,
doing?
yeah,
Breathing
just,
and sunning?
yeah, breathing, sunning, sleeping like when I'm supposed to. And,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, managing cortisol levels. That's been a big thing after a certain age, they get wonky.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Dang, is that your big facts? Is that what you want to? You just threw out
Listen,
cortisol like everybody knows what cortisol is. And everybody knows how it impacts the body. So, I mean, might you want to tell the people about cortisol?
it's what keep you up. Okay, keep you up and functioning through your day. And towards the
Uh-huh.
end of your day, you want them levels to be low. But if you're
Uh-huh.
anxious and you know, experiencing all kind of highs and lows.
Just me, God damn, you
Listen,
experienced
you
it?
have a crazy experience.
Woo.
That's when you don't want to experience something. I want to
Yeah.
experience. I want to experience you.
When it was a negative experience, it's called a
Yeah, that's a
disperience.
experience. That was a
Yeah.
crazy experience. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You
When
want
you
those
have a
levels
lot
to
of
be low.
experiences, you do have an extra cortisol.
Yeah, and you don't want that. That's what keeps you up at night, and that's what wake you up in the middle of the night, and you can't go down, and you got to take extra melatonin. So to regulate those things, you do things like breath work and make sure you get sun or take some ashwagandha.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a daughter, I name her ashwagandha.
Well, also to add to cortisol, cortisol also increases the likelihood of heart attack and heart disease. It also promotes carrying weight around your midsection. So when you think about the extreme stress that Black women just are under, in being Black and woman in this world, they've seen it that we have higher cortisol in our bloodstream. And when you look at heart disease and heart attack being the number one killer of Black women, it's
That's
like
true.
literally this world is actually killing us.
Yep,
And so I think, doing things to regulate your cortisol levels, like what you're mentioning, is so fucking important.
I agree.
God bless you on your journey.
Thank you, thank you. I'll provide tips as I go. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So breathing and sunning is step one. When the sun is out, unless you're like me, where allergy season is on the way. Y'all got pollen up there?
Oh no, but I'm going to send you this video of this man allowing his dog to
Oh my
like
God.
walk inside of the line of the bush, and he was
Oh
just
God.
creating like
Oh God.
a fog of toxins for you. And then he's just like, my dog likes it. I don't know. He's so attracted to pollen, and the dog
Fuck
was
that
just
dog.
like covered in it. I
Oh
was like,
God. Fuck
man,
that dog.
that's okay.
But no, my last week was eventful. I would say life changing in so many ways. I
Okay,
don't
give it to
really
me.
have I don't have words outwardly to express about it. But I went to Vegas, and it wasn't life changing because, oh my God, I went to Vegas. It Because I didn't do like that shit in Vegas. Now I did go to
Hmm.
the Sphere, and
How was
that
that?
place, woo, okay, that's a show. All right, I cannot imagine. I don't even like rock. I don't like U2. You remember a couple years ago when U2 put that album on everybody's phone? I was
That
probably like
pissed
the
me
first
off.
one to delete it. First, get this shit out of here.
Me and you. I was, who put this on here?
How did it get here?
Yeah.
But U2 is doing like a concert in the Sphere, and I can only imagine because what I went to go see was a show called I don't know, like A Trip to Earth or something like that. And it kind of talks about like there's a pretty heavy message in it around preserving the earth. But beyond that, it's just showing you all these scenic areas in the
Hmm.
world and big moments in life in world's history or whatever. And it was amazing. Okay.
Hmm.
Like like, okay, y'all have seen the Sphere. I can only imagine being in Vegas and I'm just, there's a big basketball right on the
Right.
street, right? Or, like a smiley face is what they do in the morning. Like it was easy to see. Um, but I don't really think, I mean, there was a girl in front of me who recorded the whole show on her phone. There is no way. I recorded like a 30-second clip and there's nothing I can do with it because there is no way that my phone can encapsulate what I saw with my eyes in that place.
But
Like
that's
there's
the
no point.
thing, right? I'm just like, people who record, it's like we don't get that same experience from your
Yeah.
recording.
And who are you showing it to? Who are you sitting and saying, look, unless you have a dying family member who cannot get out the house, out the bed. And even still, if I'm dying, I don't want to watch a 15-minute video on your phone
Right.
or 50 minutes like the
Right.
person in front of me recorded. Also,
Right.
how do you have that much storage on your phone? Anyway, so I was in Vegas. I went for a staff work retreat, which is still underselling the experience. It was just so affirming in terms of who I am as a person, what I'm going to be doing in this world. Uh, I don't really, I don't have a lot of words yet, and I don't think I ever will, because I think it is just something I need to feel. I don't. It's
Right.
like just kind of like the Sphere. I don't think my words wouldn't even do it justice in terms of what it shifted for me personally and professionally. But I'm
Mhm.
really grateful for the season that I'm in. Uh, but like, yeah, yesterday's price is not today's price, and
Ooh, I love that.
like,
That
yeah,
sounds
I
like a
mean,
transformation, baby. It sounds like you went to a women's empowerment almost. I know you
uh,
didn't, but
listen,
that's what it's giving.
I text my homegirl, I was like, listen, I'm not sure if I got a new job or if I'm in a cult. Either way, I'm
Both.
rocking with it. Right?
Be
It's like,
careful because this cult thing is going heavy. So if somebody's name
listen,
was up there named Big Mama Clark, follow me, Big Mama Clark. I'll get you on
let me
your
tell you
own.
something. If it's an older black woman running a cult,
You
I'm
mean it?
susceptible
Oh
because
God,
I love me an older black woman. I'd be like, and what else do you got to say?
everything in my bosom. Come join me.
I'll do it. I'll go in that bosom. I'll go in that bosom so fast.
I know you would.
Uh,
I'd be. Wait, we haven't
anyway,
seen them. We haven't heard from them.
literally what we were talking
Sick.
about. People like, shit, what you I've
Yeah,
been in Big Mama's bosom.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm about to ask you. From now on, when I hear from you, hey, you in Big Mama's bosom? Just checking on you.
Listen, I'm swallowed in Big Mama's bosom, and nothing's gonna take me out. So unless it is a cult. But anyway, so yeah, what you sipping on? What you sipping on for this happy hour?
I'm doing a little frozen strawberry margarita situation here. It's pretty
Ooh, I'm
delicious.
gonna have some of those tomorrow.
It's
Ooh, that
Taco
looks
Tuesday,
delicious.
so I'm just
Sure
sipping
is
on that.
Taco
It is. You
Tuesday.
forgot about it, didn't it?
I did. I
I
didn't
know you
even know it
did.
was Tuesday. I feel like I don't
Big
know what
Mama, big. Let me see. Let me see what the hell is going on. Twix Big Mama bosom.
Let me tell you
Because
something. Anyway, I'm not sipping on a damn thing because I need my mind after I get off of this. So why would you? Why would you? So I'm not sipping on anything. I did have like a little how you say this? How you say this wine? Because you fancy. Shiraz.
Shiraz?
Okay, but there is a wine called a Shiraz.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Are
no
you
such
saying
thing
you're
as
supposed to say the Z?
no. I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking.
Oh, it might. No, is it
I
sure?
never knew that there was a silent Z, but
Me either.
I
I'd be saying I say it, but
but I
I
think
could
there
be
is
wrong.
a wine that ends with a I, and it sounds like Shiraz.
It might be. Everything is Italian and everything is a little bit. You have to go to
Anyway,
Google and let her say it and push the thing, and she'd be like,
oh,
Shiraz,
let me do it right now. Let me do it right
Shiraz.
now.
That's what she
Are
says.
you about to do it?
No, you do
Let
it.
me do it. Okay. So I just type it in and I hit the microphone.
Yeah, see what she say. Put true pronunciation, so it'll come up.
Okay, thank you. Because just some grapes came up. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make her say it slow.
Shiraz.
Yeah,
She said a Z.
yeah. That's what I said. I think the Z is on there, so you have a
All right.
Shiraz. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm typing in. Okay, there is a such thing as a Shiraz.
Is that maybe? I don't want to. I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe it's
I
a
had a little bit of a Shiraz. I had a little bit of that before we
Did you have
started.
Shiraz or you had Shiraz?
I had a Shiraz.
All right.
Oh, that's what I had.
Okay.
Are you, my dear? Oh, as are you fasting anything from Lent? And in your culture, do you talk about what you fasting?
So, I was in my culture, in my experience, I was always told that you weren't supposed to say what you was fasting from or it
Yeah.
ruins the fast. But I've learned that other Christians do it all the time. Like they'll say it unless that was something. So I've also learned that you have to, like, if that's the covenant that you make, that it would be
Mhm.
between, you know what I mean? Like if you say in the beginning, like, okay, I'm fasting from this, and it would just be between me and, God, then
Mhm.
you can't say anything. But if you just be like, I'm fasting, then okay, who knows, as long as I do it, I don't know. But technically, no. The answer is no, you're not. I was raised in a way that you weren't supposed to disclose what you're fasting from.
Okay. Are you living up to that? You're not going. Are you fasting anything? Yes or no?
Dry January was a lot
Is
of.
all you had. I never did Lent either, but I just thought about like I know a lot of people that aren't Catholic that do it, and I
I'm
always thought
not
it was a
Catholic.
Catholic thing.
It
You said
is, but niggas adopt everything.
right,
What you doing
right.
for Lent? It's like, are you doing anything else in that? But
So, yeah, I'm not giving up anything. But is there anything that you're excited about in this season? I just thought to ask that, not because I'm
Yeah,
fishing because
no.
I got something, but
Nah, kind of. To be honest, I have a lot of random, like unexpected things, that I try my best. Like I am a very whimsical person, but to a degree, and I do say a very small degree, like I do try to have some things like mapped out of how I want things
Mhm.
to go. And it kind of just seems like, um, this year is not necessarily mapping out within my plan, but not so far
Okay.
away from it, if that makes sense. So as we can say, like in January, of course, we all made the vision boards of like how this should go, but I
Mhm.
had a plan associated with how those things should go, and not that they're not
Mhm.
coming to fruition, but it's not by my design for sure. So
Gotcha.
I'm kind of just in a space of accepting that, of being like, oh, this is coming in a way I didn't expect it to come, but okay,
Uh huh.
that makes sense.
That's exciting. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
it is. It's exciting,
Especially if
scary,
it doesn't feel like, yeah, I was gonna say, well, unless it feels like pure chaos, like
not pure.
wow, okay, like
No.
you're being taken for a ride.
Yeah. No. No.
I'm
No.
like, who is driving this bitch? I'm terrified. Gotcha.
Totes. We gotta make it. Hit the boots. No, we riding mid. So yeah.
We ride at midnight. Okay. I was just thinking about that. Also, I don't like how Easter can just be whenever it want to be.
Yeah,
I
it is.
want
We were just
someone to
talking about that.
explain that to me.
It's the
Like,
moon. It's the moon.
say what now? Oh, I got a random fact to share with you after, but what you saying now?
Just, what's your fact?
Did you know that rainbows are circles?
And not half?
Yeah, bitch, it is. There's an underside to that shit, and the anti-solar poles blew my mind. Did you know there's a moon bow? Anyway, this is something I learned at the retreat. But
Oh no. Oh, y'all was talking about rainbows at the retreat? It's giving cold. Oh my God. And that's okay. Let me figure out who Big Mama Bosom is, because at the retreat we learned about rainbows and their shapes. Okay, bitch. Come on back home. We talk to your wife. Something you didn't know. I bet you that she probably told you, everybody that didn't know ain't your real friends. Whoever you speak to about this rainbow, if they don't know, turn them loose.
literally,
Turn them loose and come to Big Mama's bosom, where we all know and are aware.
oh God, just keep going. I
Okay.
don't.
Well, Easter. Okay, back on Easter. If Big Mama bosom does separate it, Easter is determined by the moon, the first full moon after like the spring solstice or something like that. But yeah, it's by the moon, so that's how the date changes. Because
Wow.
if that first full moon don't come until April, then we in April. If it's in March, we in March. Jumping. I mean, it's
Wow.
never in
I
March.
didn't know that.
April or May.
But it's at the end of March this year.
Oh yeah, so yeah, March.
Never in March, but
Never in May, actually. Always in always in March or April.
if it was in May, it would probably be towards the end of times. Anyway,
Right.
because the moon got to do what it got to do. All right, you ready to get into the put on?
Come on. Uh oh, what was
right.
that?
Also, I tried to learn how to play craps this when I was in Vegas,
That's my game now.
and they wouldn't let me on the table.
Oh no, why were you doing things that you weren't supposed to do?
No, they were on the streak, and I wanted to get my
Oh yeah.
beginner's luck and
No.
shake them up, shake them up, shake them.
No.
And they were hovering around that table, and so I went to the blackjack, and I learned to hit the table tap tap.
All right.
Stay.
Oh, look at you
And
showing out.
yeah,
Did
my
you do roulette? No roulette?
no roulette.
Okay.
Anyway,
Listen.
all right. So to put on, let's talk about shows. What you got going on? What you watching? What's on your mind?
Two things, because you just did emotion. I got to put on, but before we get there, do you know what the song "Shake It Like a Salt Shaker" is about?
I think I saw the
You
Tiki
saw that?
Talkies,
That was
but
very.
I cannot recall it into my head.
Do you know?
The lady had asked, and
Shorty crumbs on the floor wide
yeah,
open. See? You know, yeah, the dance. You know, shake it like a salt shaker. Do the dance.
yeah.
Oh. Look at the emotions. Is it? We should not have been listening to that. Shake it like a keep shaking. Shake it like a salt shaker. Shake it like a salt shaker. In real time. So say yeah. As children. 12-year-old me shot the phone. The phone wide open. Bitch, I'm both handed it.
Wow.
Even worse, my mom kind of go me. No, mom, shake it like a salt shaker. Shake
Wow.
it like. Yeah, okay. That was
I
just to
saw
ruin your
maybe
day.
where the white lady had asked what it was about, and then I didn't care to get a response because I thought, girl, like seasoning, but that you do it like wow. Anyway,
Anyway, poo poo poo. It's to put on. And what I got? Let me see. Um.
oh, we
Oh
said we had the
no.
same thing.
Yeah, we do. That's on you. Let's go.
All right.
I'm ready.
If you are not caught up, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. We about to talk about Love is Blind. Love is Blind, spoiler alert. Take care of yourself. Okay, so we
Mm-mm.
told y'all niggas that Kenneth wasn't shit, and we told y'all what time he was on. His cousin has come out. Now, I'm not for outing anybody, but I do like when I am affirmed and confirmed in my own suspicions. If you don't know what I'm talking about, me tell them what we're talking about.
Kenneth. We
Mm-hmm.
had a suspicion that Wait a minute. We had a suspicion that Kenneth was that way, as we like to call
Yeah.
it,
In a
on the
way.
show.
Yep.
He was in a way with other gentlemen, and
Mm-hmm.
it has been confirmed.
Yeah.
Come
Well.
on.
Not from Kenneth, but Kenneth's cousin was
Mm-hmm.
down in the comments. His first cousin
Uh-huh.
down in the comments, and I could have swore you sent this to me.
No, it wasn't
Oh,
me.
here we go. I know who sent it.
It was
So
your
Kenneth,
other. Look at me when I do it. When I roll my neck like the other podcast, bitch.
I
Anyway,
don't have any of them.
yeah, all right.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna tell you now. I said, "Oh, here we go, here we go." Okay, let me pull it up. So Kenneth's cousin was down in the DMs
Mm.
of a text message of a Instagram thread, and she said, "Let me find it here for you." Couldn't be that long ago.
She said she was sweet as grandmama's tea on the front porch.
Listen, she said, here we go, found it. She said, so the post says, more is coming out. Love is blind. And it's about, and then Kate Lynn is the girl's name. She said, he is, insert rainbow emoji. He's my cousin. Crying, laughing emoji. Somebody said, Caitlin, are you really? Caitlin says, yes, 100 emoji with the underscore. And then Jenny Lorena says, so why he go on the show? At Caitlin, she said, simple, to try and please his family. And TV time, I guess.
And he said
Jenny
that.
said, child, sounds about right. And let me see if I can find this larger post. She said, it was confirmed that was her cousin because when he was first announced to be on the show, no, he won some award for being a principal. This is just confirmation that this is his cousin. He won some award back in 2022, and she reposted, go cousin, I love to see it, at Kenneth, insert last name here. So we know, in fact, that is his cousin. Now, do they get along? Does
No.
she have some vendetta, some reason to call him out and out this man?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's
Unless
what
she
they were saying. And I
wants.
just want to say we called it.
We called it. I called that thing from the moment he hit the screen.
Yep.
But this cousin outing him is weird, and she may just want her own 10, 15 minutes, just by lieu of somebody pulling her from the comments and plucking her out. Because if he has not given you the green light to say such, why would you do that? But
Right.
it wasn't a secret. I don't care what nobody say,
And it wasn't okay how he did that girl. But we know, so they done. Kenneth and
Yeah.
Brittany are done.
We know that.
I love. Okay, what else have we seen? Oh, Laura and Jeremy, where you gave me the distance. So this show based in Charlotte, and Laura pulled what I only know to be the kind of shenanigans that Southern white women and black women can pull. The only ones that can trap you in an old nasty lie. They let you walk yourself on up to it. Oh, where were you, Jeremy? Oh, you went out to the bar. Who was at the bar? Oh, I heard Sarah Ann was there. Yes, Sarah Ann was there. Oh, the bar closed. And then what happened? Oh, I went into an alley. Oh, did you went to an alley? Yeah, I shared my location with you. Oh, you did share your location with me, but I was asleep. Yeah, so I was in an alley and I was talking to Sarah Ann and telling her I don't want to be with her and I chose you. Oh, really? So you were in an alley at 2:30 to 5:30
No, in
in
the
the
parking lot.
AM.
Remember, it was in the parking lot. There's a
Parking lot
parking lot and there's an alley. That alley that had nothing to do with you.
have nothing to do with it.
Neither.
And she said, "Oh, I looked at your location, and it says that you were in what North End, North Point,
You weren't even
and
in South End. You were
you
north of
weren't
Midtown.
nowhere
Ooh,
near where the fuck you
nowhere
live, and
near.
you weren't nowhere near where you said you were, but you
'Cause
know where you were near." Sarah Ann's motherfucking house. And then Jeremy sitting there with the stupid face, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I bet the fuck you don't.
let me tell you something. She deserves something. If they're giving them Emmys for reality shows, that walk in was so
Give
smooth.
it to her.
Let me tell you
Give it
something.
to her.
There should be. It's a skill. You know what I mean? It is a Southern skill for Black women. Probably do have it better.
Yeah.
You know, but nonetheless, it is a skill to have that walk-in capability because she's
I
played it
think
so
it is a
smooth.
Southern thing too, because
Yeah.
somebody from up north gonna hit you with it right at the front door.
Yeah.
Bitch, where were you? I saw you here. You know what I mean? But you
Yeah,
gotta
you
be able to,
lying, blah blah blah.
yeah,
But that's
walk in.
smooth. I'm talking about because she dropped it. She dropped that. She didn't say, well, blah blah. She didn't. She just dropped it. She sprinkled that information so that he could use it for his lie. Oh wow, made it a thing. Oh, you sent me a
Yeah.
location. What good is that gonna do me? I'm sleeping and blah blah blah. Kept that going. She knew that he would make a mental note of that. Okay, you were sleeping. You didn't check it. No worries. I was in the alley. No, you wasn't. It was a smooth. No, you weren't.
And
You were
also,
nowhere near it. And him looking like,
whoever-
yeah, well, no, you weren't. You were nowhere near that bitch because you was in north of Midtown, north of Uptown.
and she put up that
Saran.
map.
Huh?
I have never been caught in a lie like that, and I thank God for it because, or if I ever did, if I ever got caught, I'd just be like, "So we're done here. I'm gonna pack up my stuff. Like,
You should.
there's nothing else
It's
to
the
talk
best thing. Just
about. There's
leave.
nothing else to talk about. You just go.
Just leave. Just leave.
Yeah.
Or just keep it a buck. Let me tell you something. What I have learned in my young age and in
I'm
my
not
old
gonna
age.
stand there and be berated when I know I was wrong.
Either
I can't.
way, two things. Your pride will let you do it. Your pride and your ego will let you do it if you don't know better. But the two things that anybody should know, really any woman, but mostly Black women, if you are being asked about anything that was not in conversation previously or
You're caught.
recently at all,
You're
they
caught.
know. Just
You
say
are
it.
caught.
You are caught. You have been had. And even if you have not been had, things have come to the table. So now is your opportunity to say, hey, I haven't been had. This wasn't a secret. It just hadn't
Yeah.
been brought up. Let me go ahead. And I think laying that thing out may even just give you some footing.
Whew, I just got stressed out because there was one time I woke up thinking, "Ooh, what a lovely day."
Ooh.
Oh God!
What you get hit
And
with?
somebody is sitting there, like, so have you been in communication with insert name here?
Ooh.
And immediately your eyes start scanning.
You can't even say good morning. Where's that? Let me tell you something. You might as well. You might as well.
It's over.
When you start scanning for it,
You're like, oh shit.
or you hit in the bed, you hit one of these. You hit one of them angels.
And then here it comes. Here it comes.
Man,
You're looking for this.
yeah. Here you go. Or they throw it back at you. Here. I don't even need it no more. Oh, you done been all through me. Look. How long I'm asleep? You done been everywhere in it.
At that point, you might as well sit up and just, because at that point, what's been seen with the eyes can't be unseen.
Listen to me.
You didn't have time to go through and delete the wrong shit.
No.
No.
No, it's all there.
All of it's been seen. You're
Listen
caught.
to me.
You've been had.
I
You've been
rarely
had.
I rarely get had that way because I really don't like be having nothing. But
Yeah.
if it's just I do the catching in the phones, baby, because that's what I do. I be feeling like, why?
Because
you
what you
know
want to
me.
do is don't go through my phone. You violate. You don't have no ground to stand on.
I
You
love
have
that.
nothing.
That's my favorite thing. But my thing has always been, those of you who don't know, if you don't know me, outside of this thing, outside of being funny, outside of DIY and all the 1,000 things I do, in the words of my mother, baby, I do computers. Okay? She don't know how to, get into being software developer and all that. Baby, I do computers for a living. It ain't a phone they done made that I can't get in. You hear me? On the front end or the back end, the sideways end, whether you want to look at it with your face with one eye or put 1,000 numbers in, baby, I'm in there. You
You
hear
gonna
me?
get it.
You gonna get it. And I'm gonna catch you when you hitting one of these. And I can catch you all sleeping away. Don't let me not be sleepy. I'm always sleepy. Don't let me not be sleepy. And you sleepy, and I get the, don't worry about it. And I'm just
Yeah.
going. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna come out the bathroom with it. I've been in there. Hey, 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 hey,
Oh,
hey, hey.
I'm getting
Hey,
sick
hey.
to my stomach right now because
Yeah.
again, this has not happened in a while. But
Yeah.
I still, you just never know. Some days I just wake up and my wife
Yeah.
don't look happy. I think, oh God, what? Jesus,
I mean, well,
what is it?
come on,
What
man.
is it? I'd be like, oh God. I'd be like, everything all right? She'd be like, oh, just slept on
Let
the
me tell
wrong
you what's a
side.
blessing, though. Let me tell you what the blessing, which is why I said it hasn't happened to me in a while. The blessing, because again, I do computers, is to wake up and open up your phone, and your phone is disheveled in a way to know that somebody done been through it, all of it through it. You didn't find nothing. So now you waking up,
That's a
morning.
good feeling.
It's a good feeling. It's a raggedy feeling because you're not gonna mention it. You're not gonna wake me up with that kind of energy still. I'm like, you should wake me up and be like, I went through your phone. I found nothing, and that
Yeah.
is of God. You're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. No, get the
Or
same energy. Keep the same energy.
Or you just be in a place where we are now, where it's, hey, here's my phone. You got the passwords. I don't
Yeah,
care how
no.
long my wife got
Oh
my
yeah, I'm
phone.
in there.
I don't care how long
Yeah.
she got it. She can
No,
play
but tap me
games.
up. Tap
She
me with
can
that
paint it
same
up.
energy. When you went in the bathroom for 3 hours, looking,
Oh
searching
God.
high and low, still wake me up and say, hey, I got your phone. And I didn't
At that
find a
point,
thing.
I think I'm getting the fuck up out of there because why do you keep going through my shit?
Why do you keep going through my shit?
Get a fucking life, weirdo. Anyway, all right. So
It's
who
me.
else?
I'm the weirdo, by the way. It's me, the
Stop
weirdo.
doing that.
No, let me go. There's not been a time where we go through it and then it's, oh, you didn't even find anything. It's always up in this motherfucker. Now when? Now where is? When did you go here with this bitch?
But chicken and egg, chicken and egg. Because this is my thing. If you go looking for something,
Oh
what
yeah, you gonna
I'm
find it.
curious, but what prompted you to go looking
You already
is a
want shit.
problem.
Yeah.
So
We
you
not
should have
done
left me when you had the inkling that I want shit.
probably, but you know it don't work that way. So here we are now, bitch. And why are you still doing this shit? We already established that you want shit.
Why are you still with me?
You're
I ain't shit.
supposed to be working on it.
Well,
And you're supposed to be working
somebody
on your
lied.
raggedy. Now imagine that. Imagine you saying, I'm off that
Oh,
narcotic
okay.
end. I'm off
Okay.
that
Now,
narcotic end. I ain't smoking that stuff. Now I open your jacket
yeah.
and the crack pipes is falling out.
Oh shit.
Come on. God damn, I'm out the door. But yeah, I did say in my next life, that's old days. In this good
Yeah.
life, I'm not going through it, baby.
Hey man, you got a shirt on? Or you just titties out today?
It's a jersey.
No, I'm talking about underneath it.
Well, you want me to open my jersey or
No,
it's a
no.
look?
Do you have on? You
It's
got
a
on a
look clean.
camisole? Oh, wow.
I
The
don't.
deep sleeve. Anyway, speaking of other people that ain't
I
gonna
feel like
make it,
AD.
well, listen, let's go ahead and get on there. Let's get since we're here.
All right.
AD and Clay.
Yeah.
I'm still convinced that something is wrong with Clay. I cannot name it because I don't work in that line of work. But I think something is off here. It's something I have told many people this. It feels like he's blinking on purpose. Like it's a conscious blink and that shit ain't normal. It's like, don't you think?
Yeah.
What is it?
Two things. I don't want to.
Is he
I
just that
wouldn't
he's
be
not the brightest?
surprised. Two things. I wouldn't be surprised if Clay also maybe ventured on both sides of the spectrum.
Okay,
Also,
I didn't think that.
yep, he
But
might. But I also think that he is certainly there for the fame and he is trying to make a conscious effort. Like he's always having to be aware of how in love he's appearing, how invested he's appearing, and just his appearance overall. And so like when I'm talking, how sincere am I looking? So
is that what it
yeah,
is? Because
yeah.
it's coming
Those
off to me
like those babies every 30
mildly
seconds.
like cognitive delayed. Like
Yeah, it
something's
could be
not
that.
right.
But Those baby, yeah. So baby, AD, baby. I'm just like I've never been called baby so much in my life. Like, just let it.
Or by my name every sentence.
AD,
And you know what I was
AD,
saying, Michi? Michi, what I was saying, Meech, is that I think, Meech, we should go to the store, Meech, and
baby.
why
Meet,
stop
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
it
Meet
so
you,
much?
baby. You literally a fire baby, baby. So fire baby. When you doing, it's just like, okay, sir. It's
Yeah.
forced, and also he is so the fact that he feels like, and I don't know what AD has going on, because the fact that he is speaking every 30 seconds about
Cheating.
not cheating on her as if it's not in his control.
Don't make
Like,
no sense.
I just don't want to cheat on you, as if that's not okay, then don't. How about that?
Just
Is that
just
ever a
don't.
thing? How about just don't? That's the best way you can go about it. It's to
That's
not.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just simply don't. Anyway, did you see how impressed AD's mom was when Clay walked in that bar?
Yeah, it's a handsome man.
Jaw dropped to the floor. She was like, "Woo, now talking all that shit, but look at him now.
Woof
Wow,
it.
you didn't say he looked like that."
He woof it. They don't
She's
come
like,
that
"Work it out, work it out." But
whatever it
anyway,
is, AD, work it out.
Chelsea crazy as shit.
Listen to me.
Jimmy want to be out of that so bad. When she said, "I don't want someone that's going out every night," he was like, "So you want me to cut back on going out?"
I'm
And
not
she was
doing
like,
it.
"Yeah." He was like, "I'm not doing it."
Let me tell you something. That had me on the floor. Yeah, with that frown, I don't want you're out of the club and you have your friends, and I don't want you to have your friends, and then you're going out. I want you to promise me that you're not doing that. Is that something you're willing? Him. Are you wanting me to? Is that something you want to say? You want me to not go out and say that something? Is that a sacrifice you're wanting? No, I want you to say that. Is there something you want me to meet you halfway with? I want you to say. Okay, if you just ask, okay, I want you to. It's not something I'm willing to do. And walked off. I tell you,
Uh,
I
Somebody, when
sleep.
you want to be out of a relationship and somebody gives you that out, you gotta take it. You gotta take it. And I don't know why he pulled back off of it when he was sitting on the side of that lake shore with Jessica,
Mm.
and she just ooh, dreamy eyes. And that lake went down.
I don't
Okay,
know.
AD got into Sarah Ann's ass.
Just
Sarah
listen.
Ann rode off on them jet skis. Jessica and Trevor with his dermatitis was talking to Chelsea, crazy ass. I said, now this is some shit here. It is
It was
going
spinning.
down.
Let me tell you something. Jimmy said, from being honest, you're still my first choice. You're still my number one.
How do you come back from that?
You
How
don't.
how do you cannot, it's on camera. Camera.
If there
It's
was
on
ever,
camera.
if there was a superlative for most camera unaware cast member, it's Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, the cameras are here. They're gonna hear this later. I've literally not
She's
told
gonna
that
hear that you
to
said
anybody
she
else.
lied to me. She
I've never
lied to
told
me.
that to anybody else. You're the only person I'm telling this to. Lies. I've only liked you. Lies.
I see it on television.
I hope Chelsea watches herself back and makes the same faces we
So
all
this is
make.
the thing that ruins this show for me, and I don't know why. Maybe it's that this ramps up the viewings, but for me, it would cut down the ratings on the show because all of these people are showing up on my TikTok in real time, explaining themselves and giving context. And the first thing I'm doing is seeing if you're wearing a wedding ring. Wedding ring. Did you go through? Because
Oh,
that's what
right.
we don't see. And I'm looking at current videos of AD. I'm looking at current
Oh,
videos of
yeah.
Jimmy, current videos of Chelsea. Chelsea just made a video. She was like, "You ever done so much self work on yourself, and you just do a lot to heal and work through a lot of things because you know that you showed up in a bad way, and then boom." The whole world sees it and jumps on your case, and that's just where I am. And it's like, okay, Chelsea, stop talking to us. Why
Yeah.
won't they put them under some kind of, I don't know,
They should
gag
be.
order?
They should be
Oh,
under.
like Kenneth them came out, he doing interviews, other people talking to E Entertainment. Like, I'm having to purposely drown all this stuff out so that I can be surprised tomorrow when these episodes come out.
Yeah. I never even thought about that. That's so true. Because it's like, if you're not wearing your ring, clearly we
Yeah,
know.
that's it. Unless they be like surprise, you know what I mean? Like, but
I
that'd
doubt
be
it.
stupid.
And even so, it could be a thing of, because the timelines are way off. You know what I mean? So it could
Yeah.
be that they said yeah to the relationship and it didn't work out in the end.
After.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
true.
But
Because
still,
even Jimmy's talking. But that boring couple who we haven't talked about yet, they gonna make it. They the only ones
oh
that's
yeah.
doing good.
And Jessica doing more talking than anybody. I'm like, girl, you
Yes.
ain't
Oh
even
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
picked.
She's all over the place.
You ain't even
She's
get
all over the
picked.
place. So anyway, so that's Love is Blind.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Vince Staples.
His
Tell us
new
about it.
show.
I watched a few. I have watched maybe
I've
two or
only
three
seen the
episodes.
clips.
Oh, you haven't seen the show?
No, I've only seen a few clips, and it does look like it's gonna be good because I actually do like him. How do you
I
feel
don't
about him?
understand him.
Me either. I think I like.
He reminds me of the moment, and I was young when this happened, that I start to feel like, am I old? And I don't know if you'll identify this moment in hip hop, but it was the bass god.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Uh anyway, that whole Odd Future, Tyler the Creator,
Mm-hmm.
but before him, there was a guy that was called, I think it was called the Bass God, and I think Tyler the Creator was inspired by him, and I did not understand it. Like I could not wrap my mind around it, and so then it started with him, and I really hope I'm saying that name right. I think it's like the Bass God. I can't think of anything else, but him, and then Odd Future came, and that whole crew. I don't understand Tyler the Creator. I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand anything about him.
Yeah.
Like I know like artists like love him. I know he won all those Grammys. I don't understand it. I don't understand him as a person, and I don't like when I don't understand shit. So when I
Yeah.
don't understand shit, I got to push it out of my head. And Vince is with that crew, so
Yeah.
I don't like when he was on Abbott Elementary. I was like, I get it. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like when Vince does interviews, I just can't. I don't know what's happening.
I think that's it.
What?
Like that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
that's the
You just
genre. Like don't get us. And if you start to pivot so that they still don't, like I think the genre that they are it is confusion.
Lil B, the bass god is what
Mm.
is the person I'm talking about.
Mm.
And I just never understood it. But anyway, but I did start watching Vince Staples. I saw one like interview where they said that Vince was intentionally not trying to be another rapper show. So I'm thinking, well, what other rapper shows are there? Then it's like Dave, which is a great show.
I do like that.
And then Atlanta, because I guess people consider Childish Gambino, Donald Glover.
No, they shouldn't.
He's not a rapper.
I mean, he is, but it's just
I don't know. But I'm like, when
it's
I
a little
look at,
bit it's more transcendent than that. Like it's not, definitely not a rapper show. Like
I'm
it
very
shows.
close to not understanding him either.
Yeah,
Because
he's in
this
there.
is America. What?
I
What
love
is
that.
it? I mean, I get it, but what? Tell us. Just tell
No, he
us.
showed you the visuals.
Guns.
Yes, all those things, guns, and despite people dying, watch me. It's pretty much a play on America's state in social media. I love
Okay.
that. That was a piece.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's a good show. It doesn't seem like a far departure though from Dave
Okay.
or Atlanta, but I have it's not
Oh, I thought
knocking
it
that.
was.
It's its own thing. It's
Oh,
good.
so it's an actual show. I thought it was like I
Like
don't
a talk
know.
show, like an interview.
No, like Tom Green.
No,
Oh, okay,
not that.
cool.
It's not. No. It's a scripted
Yeah.
series,
Okay, cool.
and but he is himself in the show, just like Davis
Cool.
is himself.
Okay.
So it's good. Check it out. If y'all haven't seen it, get into it. It's definitely going to win a lot of awards and shit. You watch BMF?
Of course I did.
I did too. Shout out to you and your Amazon Prime with your extra bonus accounts on there. I watched it the other day. What did you think?
It's amazing. I ain't gonna hold you, man. 50 really can't miss. I love all these shows. I was trying to process the other day of them, which is my favorite. Like of all of the series and spinoffs between Tommy, Kane, Raising Kanan, and BMF and Ghost, like of which is my favorite. And I don't know. I have a hard time deciding. But anyway, BMF is up there and it is good. Lala gets on my nerves. Her character. And I think
It's worth every inch.
It's just like, oh, it's annoying. It's so annoying.
I mean,
Um,
you know
but
what
I,
bothers me is Terry's eye.
yeah, well,
And I follow the real Terry on Instagram, and it also bothers me.
wow. That was like, that was probably the most unnecessary thing to say. The fact that maybe following the real Terry would somehow change your not botherness by the eye. You know what? It's so crazy. The real one's eye also
When
bothers
Lala
me.
woke up in that hospital and Terry was sitting there and she's all blurry and she's trying to come to, and that eye was looking at the floor.
She should have woke up and been like,
I was like, I don't want to wake up to this. When Terry brought that girl into his mama's house
yo, niggas go
and
far.
his
That was
pregnant,
prime example that niggas
and
will
that
go.
lady still looked like that too. That lady still looked like that.
What?
She is stuck in that time. What's her name?
She look.
Marche.
What she got?
She's
got a
still
little
stuck
dwarf.
there. Listen, I'm about to pull
Yo,
up.
that's craziness. He bought her in
Yeah.
his house. So she just needs somewhere to stay. What? Bringing your whole
Yeah.
ass side piece in here for
And here is
shelter.
wild.
Let me tell you something.
It
These
was like
niggas gonna do.
she just need to be here for a second.
She need to be safe.
I also don't like their daddy, the actor.
That
I
daddy
haven't
is
liked his lips in nothing. I don't like his mouth. And
I hate man doing that because it really puts them. He like he don't have a role. Every role. He played a bad guy one time too. I forgot what he was in, but he had a sharp haircut. Just bad guy. Some civil rights shit, I think too. But actors that just can't do right with their own face, and Charles is one of them. Charles from Diver. Charles. He just Helen. Look at me, Helen.
oh, it's the bottom lip.
It's the bottom lip
and
and
the top lip. It's the top
and
one.
he in there too. He ain't BMF, son. We get in that deal. Don't you say
And then
nothing.
why he knocking Meech from giving his mama some flowers and groceries? I don't want to eat fucking ramen noodles.
No, I'm talking about the other Charles. I'm talking about Charles from the other Charles from Diver Map. That woman that's in there too with that son that's going to jail. That's what I'm talking about. That bottom lip and that nose.
This little boy is gonna die. I am so sick of him. When his daddy took them pencils and he was like, I need those. And he
Yo.
is this. He has no idea. You are in jail. Didn't he kill that boy? Your daddy can't get you off of that. That boy, that's beyond soft. That's beyond soft. That boy ain't just soft. When his daddy said you getting transferred, and then he was like,
You're taking me the juvenile. Listen to me. You can't get enough this coloring bullshit. Somebody don't look at nobody in the eye. He was like,
real advice. He giving him real advice. Don't look at nobody in the eye. Don't let nobody do you no favors. And he's like, and I gotta take these. So like I said,
I'm like, yo, they really trying to paint my boy.
I was so mad. I was like, he should have went to go live with his mama. He should have been gone to live with his mama. He was gonna be soft regardless. He's just a gentle soul. But now he's in prison.
Charles was out there smashing that old Asian lady.
Oh God! And now she's stealing cocaine from the scene. I said, Lord
She
God,
about to plant that on somebody, huh?
I didn't know what she was. I thought Tamika asked. She said, "What you think she's gonna do with it? Sell it?" I said, "She probably gonna do a lot of it."
She probably gonna
We seen her do some bumps.
No.
She did some bumps. She sure did.
When?
She did some bumps.
I mean,
Last season?
with the nail, or she did a line? Because you know
I've
the
seen
bump
her-
is with the nail. That's the
Well,
nail.
I've seen her do a swipe a night. What you call it one when you
That ain't no
drag
bump, bitch.
your
That's
nose.
a line. That's a.
And then she was.
You got to say you got to hit it with that. Oh, she finna be dusted in that bitch. She finna go home and Tony Montana that thing. We had that mountain of coke and just plop that head in there. Wow.
But yes, I feel now
do a
that
lot
Meech
of
is in
things.
Atlanta, I love that they are weaving like real Atlanta history into it, because most people that are from Atlanta really recognize that when the Olympics came, shit changed directly. I mean, they really did tear down Techwood. But then I was thinking, I was trying to explain to Tamika, like my wife, who obviously from Brooklyn, but the idea, you remember that I can make cocaine.
Yeah.
I just fell in love with a cute. So that Miami plug stayed in Atlanta up until the end. Like that was still like those people are derivative of those Miami people that were
Oh
getting their
yeah.
stuff. And so that whole and I
In
cause
Colombia. Hey.
yeah, they used to wear the little Colombia, Cuban, whatever flags, and it's like y'all in Atlanta, why you like these Dominican Republic and all this other stuff so much? But I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then the Red Dogs, like Outkast said, 1 to the 2, the 3 to 4, them dirty Red Dogs done hit the door, and they got everybody on their hands and knees, and they ain't gonna leave it till them find the keys.
That's so crazy. 'Cause I never knew what the Red Dogs was until then. I just thought Dirty
Yeah.
Red Dogs what they called police, but not
They be
actually
like,
like they had
fuck.
a
They
name.
said they started saying like they were saying like fuck Eldrin Bell,
Yeah.
like everybody know. And crooked ass Jackson thinking
Wow.
he slick, got the whole city thinking he the big lick for 96. And so it was like it really did displace a lot of people in Atlanta just to try to make the city look good for the Olympics. And then of course everything changed from that point on. So I was like, okay, I see y'all weaving this shit on in here.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah. But and I also could
Because
see
BMF
I
was a
love that
thing.
I remember the billboards. I remember the billboards in the city. BMF runs the city or whatever. I remember
Really?
it was like a couple of them.
Wow.
So like I'm like this shit is really really crazy.
Oh, that's so crazy from your
Yeah,
eyes.
if you want to know more about like this, you can look at there's a series on YouTube. It was called Noisy, and look up Noisy Atlanta. I'll put the link below, and it kind of walks you through because Blue Da Vinci was like the artist that was supposed to be coming out on BMF on the record label to clean the money, but
Right.
Blue Da Vinci was a terrible rapper. Nobody liked his
Oh,
music. But
wow.
then you had Jeezy and Gucci, and they were, I don't know.
Right.
But either way, Blue Da Vinci was the one that was supposed to be the one to take off, and he went down when they all went down. Now he out, and Terry's out. But I love how they showed in the beginning, like Meech took a plea. Terry took the shit to trial,
Right.
and he got less time. So Terry been out living his best life, I guess. And Meech is, I think, slated to come home next year.
Yep, 2025.
Yeah. So I hope Young Thug is out at that time, because then it's just gonna be crazy. Anyway, so that's BMF. Let's see. We
Traitors.
spent a lot of time. Yeah, do you watch Traitors?
I did watch these final episodes, and I love that. It's a good show. I wish I would have thought
No
of it.
spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Because I'm on episode 8.
Yeah, keep watching. It's good. It gets
So,
good.
Okay, if you
we
know
love
about
fake
Traitors,
drama.
watch it on Peacock. And I just love like the whole premise. It's really good. I started watching on the plane, and I was like, "What is this?" And I
loved
was
it.
like, "This is slow, but it's good to watch while you're working." And I'm just like caught up.
You on season
and
1
then
or 2?
2. I started 2.
Okay, good. I was gonna say season 1 ain't nobody. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. What you got hearing about Shannon Sharp?
Them people talk about him being 65,
How he
getting
got
up
out
out
that car?
how you got out that car. How you got out that car.
I
Truth
just had to scroll past it because Savannah State and but he
Same.
didn't always claim Savannah State, but he didn't come back around recently, and we all happy. Whatever.
Yeah, I truly just think Shannon Sharp is an older man that was raised by women. Primarily his grandmama and him. He is like he was. He's raised by his grandmama in the country. He didn't had a few hip surgeries, knee surgeries, and I also think he's
That's
a
what
man.
I thought.
Yeah, it is. But I'm saying for his dispositions, because they're like, oh, the way he talk about women, I just feel like he's a man that has been raised by women in a way that he was an athlete up in, the entire time, a country boy athlete. And the way that he talks, I think that he's had a life where he's been catered to by women. You get what I mean? Like he
What is
pays.
his disposition on women? What
And
does
he's a
he
nasty one.
say?
He is a nasty disposition. Like he's real chauvinistic. But I think it's because he hasn't had to have like actual intimate relationships with women. Like I think they're all services for him. Not to say that he paid for cat or what, but like I think it's all transactional for him. And so he's I don't even know if he's capable of seeing women as his equal. He said he don't. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't. And so I feel like that position is making people be like, oh, that nigga gay. But it's just like, not necessarily. He just may be an asshole.
I mean, he just reminds me of every black uncle of a certain age that I ever knew.
Right.
Every West African father that I knew of. You know what I mean? It just
Right.
reminds me of just a type of manhood that a lot of y'all aspire to and want in your life. So I don't understand that. He don't sound any different than some of the men in my family and ones that I've heard in other families. I don't understand that. Now, how he got out that car, I took it as a NFL player that's been
Right.
beat up. You like, look, Deion Sanders, they all walk weird.
They do.
Old
They have
basketball players.
knee
Yeah,
and
that
slow.
one man, yeah. They
Um,
done beat up. They've been bouncing balls their whole life.
I agree. So I just said,
Yeah.
look, lay off the boy. He is what it is.
Yeah.
Movies. I did watch American Fiction, like you told me to. And that just
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, what
run
the
it back. Yeah, you
What'd
told
you
me to go
think?
see it. I loved it. I loved it.
It
It
was
was
so
great.
good.
It's spun in a way that I didn't expect it to because I really did expect Issa to
Trippy.
be slow. And I was like, oh, it was
We's
nice.
be in the ghettos. When they first said that, I screamed in the theater.
I was
Like
like,
every time they
no,
named that book, every time they named that book, I hollered.
it was terrible. And she was at that table giving their reviews, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're
That
not.
was a good conversation.
It was such a good
So American
conversation.
Fiction, there's like maybe right at the climax of the movie or right after, I can't remember, but there's a great conversation around representation and what it means between the lead character Jonathan Wright and then Issa Rae's character, and they're having like a great dialogue. Because at first, obviously, talented teeth Negro I am is on Jonathan Wright's side, and then
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, the Issa's right.
And it's
Like,
crazy
isn't that
because
upholding? Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know. Like it can literally be the detriment to your success in the industry. And I think it would be mine. Like I'm too proud to sit on the stage and say Wee's Bees is, and I'm just like, that really can keep you from the millions. Like she was so intelligent, and it's like, yeah, that's what they want. They're gonna think what they're gonna think regardless.
So glad you said that. So glad you brought the perfect segue
Let's get it.
into motherfucking that man is going to pay for his crimes against humanity. I don't care. I know what we're saying. I know what we're saying now about what Issa and Jonathan Wright and representation and what people will consume and what needs to be seen. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you. It is likely that I could come into a space where I would be having a casual conversation with Mr. Perry, Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
And I will have to be on record saying throughout my life that he should be ashamed of the shit that he is putting out into the world.
You gonna make Monique reach out to us.
Hey, okay.
Sweet
It's
babies.
not even just about because that was people had a lot of issues with Medea and the stereotypes that they put of black people. I don't have them plays. A lot of people went to go see them plays and they enjoyed it. And a lot of people ate off them plays.
Them please
But-
just jumping like Jordan. Bitch, I have
but
all the DVDs. But go ahead.
These films that what was the other one? Alimony, and then you add this new one,
Acrimony.
whatever.
Mea culpa.
Mea Culpa. That movie was fucking terrible. I
can't believe you saying this on Oprah Winfrey Internet.
Okay, don't. This is my thing. This is. I'm struggling because I love, admire. I'm talking about when people. You don't listen to podcasts like that, but when Kid Fury and Crystal met Beyonce 2 weeks ago. And I was like, dang, that's how I felt. Like, no bullshit. How they feel about it. Again, if you listen, I know you don't follow them like that. But if you can meet the icons of your life, the person who has changed everything for you, my people, Maya Angelou, she's gone. I have to see on the other side. It's been Oprah. But to Monique's point, and I can't believe I'm saying this. If somebody is your friend, you're one of my closest friends, unless I just don't understand their relationship, but I think they are really fucking friends, like how Oprah and Gail are best friends.
You think who are friends?
Tyler and Oprah.
Yeah, they are.
And I don't understand how Oprah, if you got up and you were doing comedy and you were saying a bunch of transphobic, homophobic, classist, just like shit, and I just be like and you be like, that's just the shit I'm saying on stage. Shit, that ain't who I am. it starts to bother me because who are you as a person? And so I don't understand what Oprah. I don't understand. There's a gap for me. I tried to watch a Tyler Perry documentary on Amazon. I fell asleep. So maybe I need to go back and watch it. But there's
You
a
do.
gap for me between how he presents himself and what he does in the community, which I think great. Thumbs up. Give me that little bubble. Give me the bubble. I don't want to give me the bubble now. And what he does in the community, the black people that he employs, right? And the stuff that he creates. That movie was terrible. It was the last 20 minutes and it had 4 different plot changes. Cause I started to fast forward, like, okay, we're gonna see the nice little bow, tie this up, and then it was like, oh, your best friend's in on it. Oh, your husband knew all along. Oh, she slept with the artist. Oh, this is wrong. And then at the end, she just walking down the street. She throw her cell phone away. Why didn't she just block him? She threw her whole phone away.
Twice.
And it puts on, she got on shades and her hair. Are they still looking for her? Why she got to be Mary J. Blige in the I'm Not Gonna Cry, sitting on the stairs all black on, hiding? Why did so much change in the last 21 minutes of the film?
Something else that somebody might say. Now, I'm not saying
there's many things. There's many things.
Something else that somebody that's as irritated as you are might say that I hadn't observed is that it is yet another movie, which is why your other friend may not be attesting because she's been accused of it also. But it is yet another movie that doesn't have a plot unless there's an abusive black man at play. Like, yep. Even at the end, the husband that was okay, just without a job, was like, I should have been beating you all along.
Yes, I wanted to beat you. And I had got the vibe. I had got the vibe that the brother was beating her best friend.
I wanted us to get that. That's why she was so timid or whatever.
But
it's
for
like,
him, like, they was like, he doesn't know. He'd be devastated. And then the video I saw on TikTok was when Kelly was running away from that house. How long was she running? Because that drive back was so long. We saw her running like, woo, 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 woo. She had to have been running a full marathon, maybe 2 marathons, to drive as long as they were driving.
Listen to
911 called him back. 911 called him back.
I know that you wanted, and this is what I had to learn, and I had to learn it through, which is why you need to finish watching the documentaries.
Okay.
I had the same, like, insanely passionate feelings. I used to go nuts and be like, you can't. From the running thing, from the fact that Kelly served as both a really badass attorney and a crime scene investigator within a couple of minutes.
The blood splatter would have been here.
Would have been here. And which means it would have been about there. Just like, come on now. But, and the fact that in order to have, like, personalities don't match up, you cannot be that bulldog of an attorney, which we, again, never got to see. We never got, none of this ever went to court. Was there court scenes?
It never
went to court. She actually never even, like, in his apartment, it was always just her being seduced. Like, it was never me getting to the bottom of this case. Like, it was always, I don't know, me, I don't want to talk about it. Me, it was just like, how did she uncover this? But, except for, when she was in DR, I get it. But, also,
anyway,
someone with her personality type, like, I'm the lawyer for the job. I'm come highly recommended because I'm so bulldog, but simultaneously I'm allowing this white woman to just run over me. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm keeping your secret as a husband. You're not working.
Am I going to ever publicly, like, I'm letting this white lady talk to me like crazy, and at no point am I going to say to others, I pay for everything. That watch you got, I paid for it. She said it to him. Pick a bill. Okay, great line.
Cool.
But how many times you gonna let this man humiliate you?
The mama. Why he just sit there in the corner while the mama's like, and I think my issue is, literally, this is my only,
like, what you gonna do?
But this is my issue. Tyler Perry has, like, as everybody gets in every story, they have, like, character profiles. Like, the mom needs to be overbearing and she needs to be pushy. And it's just like, I don't think that he understands. This brings me back to my original point. I would like to say that I don't think that he understands that we can receive that without it being so in your face. Like, the woman doesn't have to show up to dinner and be like, I wish you were my daughter-in-law instead. Maybe your next wife. Like, no one's actually saying these things. You're not saying this to me that disrespectfully and then I simultaneously sit down and continue with the dinner. We're not doing this. No one's actually saying, you're not going to take the case. You're not taking this when you're not paying a single bill.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
That's
do
what
about it?
I kept getting like I started getting fire hot because I kept thinking, what the fuck you gonna do if I do? What the fuck you gonna do?
He wanted to invoke that emotion, but this is what I will say. After watching the documentary, I found that, and this is with Acrimony. When I took my mama to see Acrimony, and I think I've told you this story before. And Tyler Perry, remember he shot Acrimony the entire movie in 1 week, 6 days to be exact, I believe. And there was a scene where he green screened Piedmont Park, and I almost lost it. Actually, it may have even been a green screen of a different part because there was water. I believe they're walking beside water, but maybe not even. And I'm like, why would you need to green screen anything when Piedmont Park is available?
You're right there.
You're right there. But it may not have been the time of day. But in the movie, I said it. It was so obvious that it was green screen, and I was like, Jesus Christ. And my mama was like, "You quiet, what you talking about?" And I was like, "Please tell me that you can see this green screen." And she was, "No, what did you talk about the green screen?"
I would never watch another movie with your mom because she don't know a good movie from a regular movie. It's all the same to her.
That's who he makes movies for. It's not for us. We can enjoy them casually if we should. Obviously we know Tyler Perry. We can enjoy it. But my mama enjoyed that movie. She would have given it a 10 out of 10 every time. And that's who it's for. Everybody 55 and up was like, I don't know, Mia Culpa, that was a bad one. Now that Tyler did his thing on that. Meanwhile, you're making that face, and we're just like,
I'm
it's not for us. He has a demographic.
Do you know they had sex one time?
Yeah.
For all of this drama that this meant, to the point where she had to throw her phone away.
Yeah.
They had sex one time. She sat there and watched that white girl give him head.
Yeah.
Then she found
Not
out.
even just give him head. Also bounce on that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
And then they went and rode a motorcycle.
Yeah, he didn't rinse it off. There was no
back.
shower involved. I'm going to erase this by spinning around the block. Get on the bike. Maybe I'll pull it out, let the wind wrench it off. And then we'll come back and we'll reset here. We'll do a stage reset, huh? Similar to a play. I'll light some candles.
He said, I want to go out dancing, and they went to a sex club.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody dancing?
He was. It was given erotic. It was given boo. And I know for his fan base, that invokes some, woo, this ain't like that. This ain't about God. This is not of God, but I'm going to watch it. That gave them spice. We was just looking like, why is this shit downstairs?
It turned into Get Out.
Is this in his bed? It turned
where the keys rose. Where the keys.
Get Out. It turned into there were so many. There were 3 movies. Oh, yeah, 50 Shades. It was 50 Shades.
Yep.
It was Get Out. And I feel like he does that too. Somebody might say, and I'm not saying it, but someone might say that he can be the Steve Madden of movies.
Wow. Just taking people's thought. Wow.
Just do a little spin. It's just a little spin.
It was something, I can't remember what
the lawyer maybe or something. I don't know.
I definitely saw that Get Out. And because
that Get Out was in there.
She was like, where is it? He was like,
drink your tea. Like, who's going to be like, okay.
He was like, oh, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Just drink your tea and we'll figure it out.
We love you now. Drink your tea. Like that goes.
Come on over. And she went over there.
Come home now.
What was the point of
I hated you. I hated your guts 7 minutes ago. Now it's you're in DR.
Friend. I thought he was in love with her. I thought he was going to come rescue her at some point.
Tyreek
he never came.
Tyreek gets him.
Yes. From sister.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, what is your point here? You gave me wrong information at first. You told me he was cheating, but he was just in a hotel hospital.
It was still I will say that. Like, that friend was out of order. Like, are you fucking nuts?
And he was still
he was actively holding her hand walking into the hotel. But why were you doing that? She don't know how to get in the room. Why? So it was still a little bit, not necessarily that she had to go get circles, banged into her back, but that boy was in that thing.
Circles banged into her back.
That boy was in there with that. Rotate. I was just
I want all of you little dick men out here to know you cannot do that.
You can't do that.
You know how long your dick got to
be there for you to make a circle and pop it back. Yeah, you also pay attention because you probably didn't pay attention because you was looking at that beautiful paint canvas with the butt. Kelly was doing the best she could to look unbothered. Like she wasn't giving us anything. It wasn't no. Kelly was looking like, bitch, I have a husband.
Listen.
And I'm like, Kelly, this is not the face that matches what that man is doing to you.
So it is not matching up.
On
But
your
I did not
inside.
notice because all I saw was that blue paint going right down
That blue
the
paint,
back
yes,
of his ass.
he was.
But anyway, that movie was terrible,
I wish I was
and
blue.
Tyler
Pink.
got it. Anyway, okay, shit, that movie pissed me off. Okay,
Okay, we can see that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Tyler, I
All
hope
right,
you come on the
so
show and put me on something. I'll do good. And I'll put the microphone in my wig. I won't complain.
Joe Budden. I put Joe Biden, but I meant Joe Budden. She's looking at the sentence.
Yeah.
Joe Budden. I do want to talk about Joe Biden and Joe Budden.
It's Biden,
but
really.
Joe Budden says that the era of female rap is over. And he doesn't mean that like your good ones are gonna go away. He's saying like this era of there were just so many, and everybody, all the dolls, all the Cashes, all the K's, everybody. As fine as I think Carisha is,
I think
she's
dog.
put out a single
Oh, yeah.
on her own.
Yeah.
And did the City Girls break up and I missed it?
I think so.
I've
I think
been in
it's
Big
doing it
Mama's
slowly.
bosom.
You've been in Big Mama's
Okay.
bosom. And I think it's happening slowly. But I think that the doll of the female rap game is the ASAP of the male game. I'm gonna have to pop on here.
Now, if you could hear my TV from downstairs,
Uh-huh.
you can imagine what that bag sounds like. Not even just your crunching munch.
Amazing. ASMR. I think it's the ASAP. It's like this doll. Like, why are we all dolls? Or maybe it's the Lil. Is it the Lil?
I think it's definitely all the dolls are gone. Name a doll that's still making music right now.
Cash is the only one I know.
It's the only one that you know, period, or the one that's still making music.
Period.
Okay.
What's the other
There
one?
was there was an Asian doll.
Asian doll. It was.
Yeah, and then I think there was some other dolls. They're all gone. But that girl, I feel bad for her. Lola Brooke. I just want to rough. She was right at the end, right at me. Yeah, and so now she's doing Afrobeat. Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, when you come in at the end of a wave, like if you got on, you know, somewhere in that middle, you was fine. But I don't agree with nothing much that Joe Budden says.
Joe Biden either.
Right, he ain't been on the side of right, but you know, whatever. What you think about this?
So this is the thing. I agree. I have a hard time, you know, siding him and Charleston White are the most. If you find yourself
You gotta think about it.
positioning yourself to be in agreement with them, you have to think about that thing. But
Yeah.
he may not be lying only because, like, actual, and this is like, I don't even know if I can say this because I do love her from top to bottom and she's her own artist. But we're talking about female rappers that are just passionate about rap and the game and have something to say. And I'm talking about like the Lauryn Hills and the Lil Kims. Like even Cardi has, I believe, even admitted to that she don't write her raps. And that's fine. Have a ghostwriter. You know what I mean? Like she's just a performer, you know, the total package, the image. And so, you know, it could be the last of a dying breed. Most of them are just, like you said, interested in getting the package, the butt, the body, the performing, and the like. But what are you talking about? Because everybody can't rap about the same thing. Like there are no more Lauryn Hills. And if there were though, are they going to get deals?
Right, and I'm about to say there are women out here who are rapping. Like we're not saying that. I'm just saying
He said he was talking about the Rhapsodies and whatever, but
right. Because at some point there was a thing where every label was like, "Hey, we got to get ourselves one." And I mean, we saw it on Rap Shit. If you watched it, probably y'all didn't, and maybe that's why they took it away.
Maybe, but I'm gonna I follow her on Instagram, and she a little bit like that. So I don't know if she's not gonna get a deal or what. But
the wave, I must say, the wave is gone. I follow her.
I follow
you see
her
what I'm
too.
saying?
I was like,
but so anyway, just something to think about. Are we in a moratorium of you know that trend?
I'm gonna get a sign.
Okay, go. Give me a hot 16.
You gonna give me a beat?
Boom.
Boom. Okay, maybe just acapella.
Okay, go for it.
Ain't no more female rappers in the game. Everybody, I shouldn't sound like them, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you?
Yeah. I don't know. We was talking about them. All right.
Okay.
Ain't no, if I was my rapping voice sounding more like Chance. Ain't no more female rappers in the game. All of them saying that they looking real lame. Big butt, big tits, doing it's insane. And I'm about to skate and be in my own lane. Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna get
Wow,
signed. Don't worry.
we're not gonna call you Chance the Rapper. We're gonna call you Luck the Rapper because it's
Ooh.
just
Don't worry. Mm-hmm.
that was good.
Yeah.
All right, now this is the last topic. Maybe I see you got some stuff on here.
Mm.
So, okay, I see. Last topic, right? Now
Yeah.
that we're into the groove of it.
Yeah.
All this conversation now, I'm gonna be careful with what I'm saying about politics here because let me tell you something. I have been in a crash course in mother's bosom, learning about this nation and all of these things. But I do want to say,
where the fuck did you go? The people want to know. We're sick of it. It sounded like a work thing, and the more you talk, your job don't got shit to do with this world and how it's structured.
it does.
It actually
a
does,
little
but
bit.
it does a lot of it. But I don't like mother's bosom is getting weird.
Okay, listen. I'm just saying. I have an informed opinion, and I don't want to start being too.
Listen, now it's informed. Now she's secrets. I can't give y'all too much. I am now informed in the workings of why the rainbows are whole.
But they are a circle. Okay. Anyway, so the people are saying.
Go ahead, bruh.
People are saying that Biden. You done did something with your Sam. Come back.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. I'm trying to chew my popcorn. Dang, go ahead.
Okay. People are saying that Biden is too old to be running for president. God willing, it's the only hope that this country has. Maybe, I don't know. He gets elected. He will be the oldest sitting president that we have had. I think next to maybe Truman or Roosevelt, one of them. And so I'm just curious. Okay, so we know he had his physical. The doctor said he did not need to do the neurological cognitive exam because why did we need that information? And he was certain that whatever results came out of that, even if it was good, the people were going to spin it to paint some story about Sleepy Joe.
But we know it won't gonna be good, so let's just go.
Because there are a few things, and I know this is ageist, but I do think there should be an age limit to a lot of stuff. The fact that the world deems my niece as an adult at the age of 18 is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That girl just got here. If she don't know the things that y'all are saying, she can go fight in wars, and I think she can go buy a gun, and she can gamble with the lottery. That's crazy. But she can't buy liquor. That's stupid. But anyway, this idea of there being an age limit for shit, I think there is a such thing. And I do feel that we might need to enact the age limit for other things.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I think you're a prime example here, and I think we all know it. It's driving.
Got to put a cap on that. You got to get out of the lane, Granny.
Say? What age would you say?
Driving
should be able to drive no more. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this is what I will say. I'm gonna say at 70 you need to be retested.
Yeah.
To see if you can continue to drive for the next 5 years. And every 5 years after 70, you have to test to keep your license. Because I'm tired.
And I want the written and the driving test. I want written and driving.
Oh, damn. You trying to do them bad. Because
I need to know how this is working. You might remember how to do this. It's
they didn't work. They getting around. They don't remember all that. The traffic lights don't even look the same. In my day, it was, okay, if it's red... and they be at the light looking like that. You know how bad I be feeling? Because I don't have road rage. So I also drive a Jeep Wrangler. If you know anything about a Wrangler, it's the worst horn in the world. My horn sounds like, please. Like, that's what it sounds like. Everybody else be like, oh, my shit be like, move, down. So it sounds like, so I rarely blow it in general, but I also don't have road rage. So in the event that you make me blow my horn, it's something going on so bad. And every time that I lay on that bitch and be like, damn, and I, get ready to do my what the fuck, and you fucking doing this, and I feel so bad. I'm getting to my medicine. I've got to get it myself. I'm just like, fuck. All right. Go ahead,
Like, is
Randy.
Freddie Jean still driving? Is Freddie Jean still driving?
Oh, yeah, she driving herself to church with that clicker. Yeah, get tested. And that puts my mother, up in 5 years, but sis, she also may need to.
You gotta be
She
tested.
is not gonna have it going
Yeah.
10 over the speed limit. She's not having it.
Also, in general, this is what's on my list. In general, working. Oh,
Working.
you have it.
I do.
I did not see it.
Yeah, we
In
here with it.
general,
Working.
because okay, I've had some senior elder leaders
Yeah.
that were running my division department, and you got the wisdom, but some other stuff is escaping you.
Yeah.
And there was nothing I wanted less for my mother than to be a Walmart greeter.
Yep.
To me, like, I was like, Ma, if after you retire, you need some money, I swear I'm gonna try to get to a place
Yeah.
where I can supplement it. Because if you need a part-time job, maybe because my mom started working because she was bored after she retired. So I was like, just please do not become a Walmart greeter.
Don't.
I see how people treat them people, and don't ever do that. It's like trying to keep your daughter off the pole. That was me trying to keep my mother from being a Walmart greeter. I was like, there's other stuff you can do. And thank God she started working the polls, but I mean like the voting polls.
Oh, I'm gonna say, bitch. She had it. Anyway, good.
Started working the election. But because you're holding up systems. Honestly, the truth is you're keeping the middle managers from being able to go to senior leadership because you are holding the place. I'm talking to you, boomers. I'm talking to you. Okay, you and your antiquated ways of thinking. You need you need the millennials on the team, because we were the only ones that respect y'all. Gen Alpha and Gen Z don't give a fuck about y'all.
You hate y'all, actually.
Millennials are like, okay, no, you don't have a virus. You just got too many screens open at once. You got
Well, this is never. I tell you what, this has never happened. And remember, I'm the person they call. This never happens to me, and I'm telling you what, right now, I don't put my card on here. Do you know my daddy the other day told my mama? They sending text message, and I know it's from Facebook on their phone. I was like, Dad, what? Yeah, I don't allow her getting on Facebook on my phone. She will put a virus in my text messages. I know your mother.
Wow.
He's outlandish with it.
Wow.
But yeah, it's crazy. But you know what else to that point? So the boomers need to migrate out of obviously higher positions. But I also think, flip effect of that, there needs to be an age cap just for being old. Like I hate to see people that are, I mean like, so obviously Social Security is supposed to compensate for that, but it doesn't work that way. They're not getting paid out enough to survive. And so there are people that are like 70 something, having to work at Amazon or work or whatever. And that shit is trash. And it sucks because, you want to be like, oh, that's what it's for. If they would have worked, blah, blah. But everybody's not, higher management or entrepreneurs. There are some people that have made minimum wage their whole entire lives. No, they're not criminals. No, they're not, whatever. That's just where they are in America.
It's not keeping up with the cost of living. Like, I manage
that's what I mean.
Finances, and the cost of living adjustment they got from last year to this year was like $35. And if I compare it to, like, I can track his Social Security. I can see it all on the website. So whatever he was getting in 2010 compared to right now is probably like an additional $250.
It's crazy.
That has not kept up with the way that everything.
And that's with someone living it's just like, hey, this is what I did. I didn't do the best in school, but I kept on, on the straight and narrow, and I got this job working at, I don't know, whatever fast food, whatever department store, and I'm just here. And this is my job, and I clock in and I go home. But I can't, there's no retirement. The retirement is no matter, I kept my 401k, I did exactly what they said do, and it's not enough to survive. And it just sucks that this country doesn't have any working systems in place to care for the elderly. And that shit is just trash.
It's crazy. It's
shouldn't
crazy.
have to be working.
They also, over a certain age, I would say 70 too.
Yeah.
70 also. You should not be holding elected offices. Like, I just feel like when I hear these old ass men trying to understand Facebook, Bitcoin, anything digital, like they be like, so is TikTok in the room with us now? What?
It's listening. It's listening.
So an NFT is what is it? Can I hold it in my hand?
No.
And it's like, hey, the world is outpacing you and your understanding. Maybe be a mentor, a elder. Maybe there be an elder board for govern elected officials. But actively running a state beyond the age of 70,
That's crazy.
you at least need to take a test.
Yeah.
Like when they said, like, this is real. When I saw a video and it was like, I'm almost certain Joe Biden can't draw a clock. And that is a real neurological exam that I have seen my father take and fail twice. And it is a scary thing. I'm like, there have been at least 3 of these tests. And the first test is always to have someone who you think has dementia or some kind of neurological disorder draw a clock.
And they can't do it.
Can't do it. So when I saw that tweet, I thought, no, that's real because
Wow.
we can't do it. They can't. It's something about, I don't know what happens in the brain. Time is escaping them. It is a trippy thing. And I'm thinking, just put the mother. They told this man to do 4:15, right? Do an hour hand and a minute hand, a circle, and put the numbers around however you want to. And he was like, all right. And he might have drew a circle and then
couldn't
know
them numbers go.
He just drew a line and then the numbers were all over the place. And I was like, this is me. It's like talking to a child.
Yes.
2 plus 2 is 4. Where does the 4 go?
It's you living the leaning down. Listen to me. Look at me. Where's 4 o'clock?
He get done with the clock and he put the pen down. I say, hey, you got 45 more seconds. Finish it. And he was like, what? And I'm like,
I'm finished.
It's like, I'm done. No, you are not. She said 4:15. What is this? You just put a squiggly. Finish it.
He said we're leaving for 15.
Here go the doctor. He's doing the best that he can.
No, he ain't. Hey, listen to me. Look at that paper. 4 o'clock.
Like, on the way here, he the one told me that he should have this much money in his bank account, and he asked me how my second cousin was doing. Now, they asked your ass to draw a clock. He was like, oh. And I'm like, so, either way,
oh, boy.
I started filming. I was texting Tamika while it was happening. I was like, Tamika, this man can't even draw a clock. And then she was like, babe, that's so sad. I was like, no, it's pissing me off.
Yo, you ought to be ashamed of fucking self.
Anyway, basically what we're saying is there should be an age limit to some shit. I don't know what else. What else you got? What else you got?
That's it.
No,
having kids. Having kids. There should be an age limit. And this is the thing. When I wrote that, I was just thinking limit. I was just thinking. No. I was just thinking limits in general. The age kind of escaped me. And I was like, there should be a limit on shit. So I put how many kids you can have because this Nick Cannon shit is ridiculous. But I also thought about, was it Robert De Niro who just had a baby?
Like,
no.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino. Come on.
Why are you doing this to the child?
The baby gonna have the rickets. Because why are you doing that?
What's the other one?
You can't do nothing with that baby. I feel like
shingles.
it was it?
Shingles. The baby gonna have shingles. Instead of getting chicken pox,
it is.
The baby gonna get shingles.
You gotta have chicken pox first.
Well, in order to get the shingles?
Yeah.
Baby gonna get them both on back to back.
At the same time.
Old people get shingles for sure.
Yes. Gonna have it for sure. And bad knees. The baby gonna have it all off the rip.
The baby gonna look like that gift.
Woo.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah. Well, Cap won't have the kids. Old men.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. I had one more thing. I don't feel like talking about it.
Let's get it. We appreciate y'all.
This has been the show. We were just here just shooting the shit. Just your 2 favorite cousins. Where can they find you on the internet?
Everywhere you do your thing at Michi Davis. That's METCHIE Davis. The way the slave master spelled it.
Wow.
Where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram. Actually, they can find me in Big Mama's bosom.
Oh, all right. Y'all don't go there. Don't go there until I'm going to get to the bottom of this shit. Don't worry. I'm going to have some conversations. I'm going to figure out who Big Mama is, how big her bosom is, and how far deep into it Fiya is into that bosom.
I'm in it.
It seems like it. Now, at this that privileged information
Had a
should have.
stroke.
What? Yeah.
Sinbad had a stroke. God
When
almighty.
today? I feel like I already heard that.
All right. Thank y'all so much for listening.
Yo, do you know? Real quick, I wore some earrings to pickleball like a few weeks ago, and they were hoops. But I couldn't find my big hoops, and so in the pack they also had just some smaller hoops. And Matt sat on the phone and said, "Okay, sit back, sit back." That bitch. All right.
Who said that to you? Who said that to you?
Y'all, we appreciate y'all fucking with us. Send us an email. All the things, man. We really love y'all.
Who said that?
Y'all have a oh, you cute, Cindy. Oh, wow. Snatch some shits out.
Oh God. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Did I call you the one time I wore hoops? Did I call you the one time I wore hoops? I feel